Chapter 1, This Small Town. You drive down a dark, woodsy road, tightly gripping the steering wheel, your car filled with your compact collection of your belongings. As you catch your reflection in the rearview mirror, what face is looking back? Meeting your own eye, you push your hair back out of your face. A lot of the usual hairstyles. I'm gonna go with one I don't usually go with. Yes, that's me. Name is Lila Riven. You feel a rush of relief when you see a sign telling you that you're now entering Hidden Grove, your home for the next few weeks. And not a moment too soon. Mom always told me 1 month per home, then move on. It's time to start fresh. You think back to the freak electrical fire that tore through the main street of the last town you lived in, your stomach dropping. I just hope my bad luck doesn't follow me to Hidden Grove. Pulling your car over on the side of the road, you look out at the small, sleepy town. Though it looks like something out of a postcard, you feel a prickle in the back of your neck. Something about this place seems different. Your thoughts trail off as you're overcome by an all-too-familiar sensation of something behind you, watching you. Your pounding heart echoing in your ears, you slowly turn and peer over your shoulder. But nothing is there. Nothing is ever there. Get it together, Lila. You came here for a reason. You shake off your uneasy feeling, a skill you've mastered after a lifetime of strange occurrences happening around you, and reach over to the passenger seat for your prized possession. My trusty camera. Don't go anywhere without it. Getting out of your car, you walk towards the site that led you to pull over, an old crumbling castle sitting on the outskirts of the town. This place is incredible. You leave your camera focusing on the framing, the castle, and the shimmering glow of the moonlight. As you snap a few pictures, you suddenly realize an attractive but cold-looking stranger is standing on the parapet, looking directly at you. Who do you see? Let's just see if let's cycle through our options, shall we? Woman. Only 2 male or female options. Let's see, male. Okay. Oh. A chill runs through you, the intensity of his gaze, the sharp features of his attractive face exaggerated by his sharper expression. The man stares you down expectantly, and even though it unsettles you, you can't seem to look away. In fact, you find yourself stepping closer. I'll give a flirtatious wave, ask if I can photograph him, just walk away. Ask if you can photograph him. Hi, would you mind if I took a photo of you? You... what? I'm a travel photographer, and I always like to include some shots of the locals in my photo series about a town. That fierce look of yours is totally screaming Hidden Grove spokesmodel. I believe you're mistaken. It's screaming, get off of my property. He crosses his arms over his broad chest, radiating power you can feel from as far away as you stand. Every instinct in you tells you to run, but you find it difficult to leave, curious about this mysterious person. Are you going to tell me why you're photographing my home? You've told me you're a photographer, but why are you photographing here, of all places? I'm working on a series of small towns. Your gorgeous castle definitely has the potential to be the centerpiece of my exhibit. But the smile fades from your face as the intense expression remains on the stranger's. Are you planning to be in Hidden Grove for long? I hope offers potential for either way. For about a month, at least, it'd be nice to have some sort of home base for a while. Especially after how things went in Cherry Creek. He looks you up and down, his gaze assessing and almost wistful. I'm not sure this town is the place for one, such as yourself. His words send an ominous chill through you, and you take a step back. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll just go. I think that would be wise. The shiver runs down your spine as you turn and hurry back to your car, feeling the mysterious stranger's gaze on you the entire way. You pull into a cozy lot outside of the Greenwood Bed and Breakfast, and heft your bags and head for the entrance. You hear the tinkling of a bell chiming as you open the door, but don't see the source of the sound anywhere. Confused, you step into a small reception area and approach the empty desk. Hello? Anybody here? I'm checking in. You swear you can hear the faint sound of a faraway laughter and a pop right before. Welcome, stranger. Ah! You jump and spin around to find a friendly-looking man standing behind you, a man you definitely didn't notice when you came in. Peter Greenwood, owner and concierge of this charming little place, and you must be Lila Griffin. Willing your already frayed nerves to calm, you force a smile on your face. I am sorry for the late arrival. I'd say you're perfectly on time. Now let's get you to your room so that you can put these bags down. You follow Peter up a set of narrow stairs that somehow squeak in harmony and down a short hallway to your room. Inside it's cozy, smells of herbs, but sparsely furnished with only the necessities. You take your own personal effects from one of the bags, a framed photo of you as a baby with your mother and grandmother, and place it beside the bed. Oh, cute picture. Thanks. I spent a lot of time in hotel rooms, and this family photo helps them feel more like home. Are the three of you close? They both passed away a long time ago. I barely even remember my grandmother, but looking at this picture, I don't know, it makes me feel close to them. Peter looks closer at the photo, a flicker of recognition lighting up his eyes. Your grandmother. She looked familiar. Was her name Bernice? Also, look at the guy's ear. Screams werewolf. That's right. How did you know that? She used to live in Hidden Grove for a time. She was friendly with the owner back in the late 60s? She did. Can you tell me about her? Happy to. Over a cup of tea sometime. But unfortunately, too many things need my attention tonight. Your head buzzes with the questions, but your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of dripping water. Shoot, are the pipes leaking again? I'm so sorry, I thought I fixed those up. I'll put them on top of my to-do list. Speaking of, is there anything else I can help you with? Overwhelmed by what you've just learned and feeling tense about your long drive, there can only be one answer. Well, now that you mention it, do you know of someplace I could get a drink? It's been a pretty long day already. Ah, the full moon's my favorite spot. The regulars know how to have a wild time, and the drinks aren't half bad. Well then, I guess I know where I'm going tonight. Sounds like the perfect place to learn more about Hidden Grove. Maybe that mysterious man in the castle. I'll give you some privacy so you can change out of your traveling clothing. Oh, and in case you were wondering, this bed and breakfast does allow overnight guests. He winks meaningfully and excuses himself, and feeling a little flustered, you drop your bags on the bed. Is it really that obvious I need to get laid? You sift through your bags of your clothing and pull out the new sexy getup you bought before hitting the road. The latest arrival. Doesn't look half bad. I did buy this hoping I'd meet someone worth showing it off for, so here's to meeting sexy strangers at the full moon. You do a little spin in front of the mirror, and feeling ready to take on this new town, and hopefully take someone home with you, you head back out of your room. From the outside, the full moon looks like any other dive bar you've been to. And while the inside looks like more of the same, there's a hum of energy in the air that's unlike any small-town bar you've been in. A chorus of familiar voices, glasses clinking, melds with a sharp tang of alcohol, the scent mixed with something you can't quite place. Can I grab a drink, please? It's been a long day. Been there. What can I get you? Something spicy, sweet, sour. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the spicy. You take your drink and slide into a chair, but before you can take a sip, a sultry, self-assured voice reaches your ears. A seat taken. Who is sitting next to you? Let's see what our options are. First with a woman. Let's see the male options. Female options are okay. Male ones. Let's go with this one. You can tell from his smirk alone as he slides in across from you. This man is a playboy, and he thinks you're already his. I haven't seen you around before. I know everyone in Hidden Grove, and I definitely remember a gorgeous face like yours. And I'd remember a basic line like that. Ouch. So I guess it's not working. I didn't say that. Ah, so are you new to town, or are you just visiting? He leans on an elbow on the table, the bulge of his bicep not so subtly on display for you. You smirk a little. I'm passing through, but I could be persuaded to stay a little longer. His lopsided smirk grows as a rich chuckle rumbles in his throat. Good things for both of us. I happen to be very persuasive. His eyes drop to your mouth with intensity, his fierce grin showing off with the sharp points of his canine teeth. The name is Skylar Hemming, and I'd like to get to know you better. He trails off meaningfully, clearly waiting for your name, and clearly expecting, by the confident glimmer in his eyes, to get it. God, I'd love to wipe that smirk off his face and show him who's really in charge. Just then, a raucous chorus of voices interrupts you from across the bar. Hey, Hemming! I think you're barking up the wrong tree. If she looks like she's being too nice to tell you to screw off. I don't tell you have a reputation for hitting on every pretty girl who walks in here. That'll ruin the appeal. But Skylar ignores them, keeping his easy grin trained on you. Is that true? You hit on every girl who walks in here? My friends have a tendency to exaggerate. I just happen to take my role as Hidden Grove Welcoming Committee very seriously. Am I doing so far? 5 stars? I don't know. Knight's still young. He's charming, I'll give him that. I think it's the way he looks into my eyes, like he's really focused on me. He suddenly lifts a hand, not taking his eyes off you. Hey, Gina, give the lady another drink over here. It's on me. Sure. What can I get her? Skylar looks you over, taking in the new outfit you're suddenly very glad you put on. His eyes skim down to your cleavage, but his gaze doesn't linger long enough to be distasteful. What would a sexy, sophisticated woman like you order? I'm not giving you any cheat codes. Don't disappoint. He leans closer to you, close enough that you can smell his earthy, spice-infused cologne for the first time. Oh, I never disappoint. And he plucks up your glass and takes a sip. Hey! Watch his lips caress the glass. Your irritation dissipates as you watch Skylar lower the glass with a knowing smile, his tongue darting out to get the condensation off his lips. So you like it spicy. Can't say I'm surprised. I can always tell when they're fiery. Gina, one spiced old-fashioned over here. Gina brings over the new drink and hands it to you. You lift it up, raising your eyebrows at Skylar, who looks cocky as ever. A moment of truth. You sip the drink, and your immediate delight must show on your face because Skylar's smugness instantly cranks up several dozen degrees. The verdict? Knock him off his high horse or reward him with an innocent cheek kiss. Why not? You set the drink down and lean over the table, reaching to cup his cheek in one palm. You brush your thumb over the thin prickle of stubble, and it's your turn to feel smug as his eyes widen in surprise. Thanks for the treat, Skylar. Your outfit got you a free drink. You brush your lips over his cheek, the smell of him all around you. His natural warmth making the moment feel so much more intimate than it is. When you pull back, he wears a stunned look for a moment longer before breathing out a laugh. Huh. Thank you. So what brings you to Hidden Grove anyway, mystery girl? We don't really get lots of new faces around here. He doesn't know he's stumbled across one of your favorite topics and watches with interest as you dig your camera out of your satchel. It's Lila, and I'm a small-town photographer. It's work that takes me to all these hidden gems like Hidden Grove. I love the quaintness, the architecture. You power up your camera and navigate to your archive as you speak. I just passed by this gorgeous castle on the way into town. I just had to stop and take a picture. Oh, do you know... There's something missing from the photo. Wait, that's impossible. I was right. You flip through the recent pictures and it's all through it there. The stately castle, the commanding parapet, all except the man who'd been standing on the parapet. The man you accidentally took a picture of. The hell? There's no way I imagine that guy spoke to him, so how's he just not in any of the pictures? What guy? You look across the table at Skylar, a shiver sitting just beneath your skin. Skylar, does someone live in that castle? The shiver releases as his expression falls instantly into a scowl so stormy you feel like you're sitting across from a different person entirely. You mean Alexander Hyde? He lives in that old ruin and keeps to himself. Doesn't like anyone in town. No one likes him. Oh. Well, I imagine you have good taste at least. I mean, you seem to like me, after all. I'm glad I made it obvious. Forget about Alexander. He's as charming as a canker sore. Not worth wasting your time with. Me, on the other hand. Skylar leans back in his chair, cockingly folding his arms behind his head, an action you're pretty sure is meant to draw attention to the way his shirt strains over cut pecs. Everyone in town loves me. That's a mighty claim. I wonder what makes you so sure of it. He cocks an eyebrow, which only makes his roguish grin look even more charming. You seem curious about this town. Well, yeah, it's my first night here. It's important I get to know a place I'm going to be photographing. Well, a perk of being so well-liked is that I happen to know nearly every little thing about this humble town. He leans an elbow on the table, leaning closer to you, voice dropping conspiratorially. I'd be willing to answer some of your questions. His other hand disappears beneath the table, and you suck in a breath, anticipating his touch, only for him to pull out a dart and toss it without looking over his shoulder, where it skewers into a dartboard against the wall. Have you beat me in a game of darts? Game on. You push your chair back at your feet, Skylar tipping his hand back to watch you. You skim your fingers over his shoulder as you brush past. I'm setting the terms of this game. Ooh, bossy. Skylar turns in a chair, watching the sway of your hips as you make your way over to the dartboard. I like it. You pluck the dart out of the board. Turn to face Skylar, running the end of the dart over your lips as you pretend to think. Nice and sharp. First rule, I don't want to get answers only if I beat you. You cast a meaningful look at the pinhole left behind by his dart, mere centimeters from the bullseye. I don't think that'd be very fair. So, what are you asking? I want an answer with each successful throw I make. Done. He laughs at you, at your look of surprise as he stands up and walks over to you. What? I like to play fair. He ducks his head close to yours, only steal the dart from your grip and toss it once more, this time hitting the bullseye while never looking away from you. Fear my ass, you're so good it's almost supernatural. I gotta ask, you have some kind of supernatural strength? I don't know about superhuman. He flexes, his corded muscle of his bicep swelling against the confines of his sleeve. But strength? Sure. It's a smooth voice, it's an invitation, and you accept it with ease, wrapping your hand around his bicep and squeezing. Even fully spread, your fingers can't make it around the mass of his muscle, and you flush at the power beneath your palm. It's impressive, indeed. He hands you a dart, and you line yourself up for a shot. Show me what you can do. Your dart lands in the white section in the inner ring, not far from the bullseye. Hell yeah. Tyler lets out a whistle. Oh, mystery girl's got an arm on her. Your entire body heats at the impressive way he looks at you, like he's taking you in for the first time. I've played a few rounds before. It's okay, it shows. Shoot, you earned yourself a question. You turn to him, cocking a hip and placing a hand on your waist as you give him a slow once-over. I want to know... how someone as hot as you is still single. Damn, you're forward. It's how I get what I want. The air's charged between you, and your breath quickens as Skylar's gaze slowly drops down. Let's just say that when it comes to relationships, I'm something of a lone wolf. And you can't blame a wolf for enjoying some heavy petting every now and again. His eyes spear into yours, as though asking if you're going to take the bait, but you aren't that easy. So, does that mean nobody's giving you regular belly rubs? Poor guy. You expect him to laugh and continue the joke with another double entendre, but to your surprise, his answer is direct. I guess I've just never been able to find what I'm looking for. But I'll know when I see it. You're thinking over what he just told you. Hardly notice when a player at a nearby pool table hits the ball hard. Crap! Heads up! Sending the ball hurtling towards you. You see a blur of motion, only have time to open your mouth to gasp. And it's coming right at me. And then there's another blur of motion. You blink, heart hammering in chest as you process what you're seeing. You're right. Skylar's still facing you, but the poor ball is clutched tight in his hand. You hadn't even seen him move. How did you catch that? Haven't I already proven I have a good eye-hand coordination? He casually tosses the ball back to the profusely apologizing woman, while your heartbeat struggles to return to normal. That seemed like more than just fast reflexes. It was almost preternatural. Hey, I'll take the compliment. But what you saw are the catching skills that Hidden Grove High baseball state champions back in the day. The thing is, I didn't see anything. You take your next shot, still distracted, and your dart goes wide of the board. No. Oof, no question for you this round. As if to rub it in, Skylar easily lands a perfect bullseye and shoots a smirk in your way. But since I'm doing so well, I'll be generous. I'll give you some pointers for how to play darts. I know you have a lot more questions. It'd be a shame if you keep missing and didn't get any to ask. How sweet. Why not? Could you show me how to hold the dart properly? You hold up your dart, rubbing your thumb slowly against the tip of it as you pout. I don't think I have the right grip. Not quite. You feel warm as he steps close, only for the heat to ratchet up as he slides an arm around your waist and turns your bodily around. Oh. Arm looped securely over your stomach, he holds you against his body, his warm breath tickling your neck as he speaks. The most important part of holding a dart properly is your finger placement. There's no space between you, making you intimately aware of the heat of his body against your entire back, specifically the part of him against your backside. Screw fingers, is that his phone in his pocket, or is he just that naturally gifted? You suppress a shiver as his free hand slides up your arm, and playfully readjust your fingers on the stem of the dart. On 3. 1, 2. Every breath against your neck sends a live wire of tingling through you. You gently guide your hand back to throw. 3. You release the dart, and it thuds straight into the bullseye. Skylar chuckles in your ear, fingers sliding against your stomach as he releases you. Nice shot. You take a steady breath and face him with a grin. Yes, I get another question. Shoot. Tell me, what's your favorite spot in Hidden Grove? Or about Peter, the BB owner? You're getting to know him. Most guys don't want to hear about other people you're interested in. How about I bring you there instead? Whoa, foul play. The agreement was, I make a shot, you answer question. Might have been a fair play. He shakes his head, but his shoulders shake in a laugh. And she's a stickler for the rules on top of it all. Don't like it? You should have made the challenge. No one said anything about not liking it. My favorite spot in town is this beach along the lake. Quiet, peaceful. Ducks. Ducks? You let me take you? You'll see. I'll think about it. You roll your eyes and retrieve your dart from the board, and then turn and twirl it between your fingers. It's your turn. Come get your dart. Eyes smoldering, Skylar struts right up to you, his fingers enveloping yours over the dart. But he doesn't move away, and you're viscerally aware of the wall right behind you, how you just have to crane your neck a tease and see Bit to press your lips to his. Take what you want and kiss him. Fake him out. Meh. Things have been fun. I'm not about to stop now. You toast your head and lift your chin, pressing your lips to Skylar's, parting them to lay a soft bite on his plush lower lip. His deep rumble of approval is paired with more pressure as he presses forward, lips sealing firmly to yours. Your back hits the wall gently and your eyes slide shut as his mouth finds a frustratingly perfect rhythm against yours. Damn, I might have to do this again. His hand slides under your waist, his touch hot as fire as he moves, as if to hit you up against him, but you push him back. That's enough. I do have my morals. Skylar slowly licks the taste of you off the corner of his lip. Something tells me I'll have fun testing them. Anyway, this was nice and all, but I better get home. I'm so tired from my day on the road. You stretch your arms over your head and your shirt riding up to reveal a generous sliver of your stomach. Just as Skylar starts grinning, clearly expecting an invitation, you turn on your heel. Hopefully we run into each other again. Wait, you're not really... Sweet dreams, Skylar. You twiddle your fingers at him, feeling smug as you keep his look of pure shock in your mind's eye. You'll come around and again. There's no way you can resist all this. Emotions at himself, all the self-assuredness in the world in this cocky expression. You sure sound confident. You shall have to wait and see if it pays off for you. You shoot him one last flirty look over your shoulder and then head towards the door. Only to already find it being held open by the last person you'd expect to see here. You were leaving. Good decision. When did you get here? You weren't standing here a second ago. He seems not to hear your question, steely gaze narrowed on something over your shoulder. Something you're sure you were just flirting with. You're new to this town and its inhabitants, so allow me to give you some advice. His gaze slides to yours, and you're struck by his eyes. Dark, mesmerizing, almost holding you in place. You're barking up the wrong tree, Skylar Hemming. He and his people are dangerous. Hmm. Why not? Feeling a little reckless, you lift your chin to meet Alexander's piercing gaze more squarely. Happen to know anyone like that? A complicated, barely perceptible shift takes place on his face. His head cocks a degree and his eyes narrow further, intrigued. I sense you have a taste for danger. Perhaps quite a voracious one. Get to know me better and you might find out. You shoot Skylar a final goodbye grin over your shoulder, only to find him glaring intently at Alexander, his eyes looking to almost glow in their anger. But when you turn back towards the door, Alexander's already gone, leaving behind a gust of cold air behind. What is up with the people in this town? It's definitely my cue to leave. Outside the full moon, you look around for Alexander, knowing he didn't just go inside or pass you, but the streets are empty and quiet. You start to make your way back to the Greenwood B&B, but an uneasiness plagues you like a persistent chill in the air. Am I just imagining it, or am I not alone? You look back over your shoulder, but the streets are still empty. Still, there's a weight on your shoulders like you're being watched. Alexander, are you there? I mean, that might be bat speak for yes. Ah! You throw your hands over your head, ducking as a small, dark shape flits past with an alarming scream. You make a dash for the B&B, only to collide with something solid that knocks you to the ground. Oh. Okay, yeah, no, this sounds like the Bloodbound book. Not so fast, darling. Terrified, you blink up at the rolling mass of shadow in front of you, not believing your eyes. Get away from me! But the figure, if it can even be called that, billows closer. You scramble back to your feet. Freeze, throw a punch, scream for help. You know what, throw a punch. Using your care as motivation, you strike out with your curled fist intent only on protecting yourself. I said get back. But your fist, your entire arm, goes straight through the shifting shadows. What are you? A ribbon of shadows rear up in front of you, poised to strike. It hurls towards you, but something jumps in its path. I second that question! Skylar? The mass of shadows retreats from you and Skylar, who looks different. His eyes have an eerie yellow glow. His teeth look dangerously sharp as a low growl rumbles deep in his throat. What the hell are you? Show your true self! It was following her. Your heart leaps in your throat as Alexander is suddenly on the shadow's other side, one arm wrapped around and seemingly holding its shifting form. But Alexander's eyes are no longer a deep, dark brown, a glowing red so vibrant a chill zips down your spine, and his mouth, his face, he has fangs. And we gotta get rid of it. As Alexander holds the shadow still, Skylar darts forward with incredible speed and swipes at the figure with inhumanly sharp claws. The shadows dissipate, but the adrenaline still thrums within you. You want to let out a scream, but the sound is trapped in your throat. What was that? What are you? Two pairs of eyes rest on you, one blood red, the other glowing golden. I think any reasonable person would go, back away slowly. Holding your hands up in front of yourself, you carefully edge backward, heart racing. I don't know what's happening. Whether their gazes shift, pinning on each other with equal expressions of contempt. Your head spins as you try to make sense of what you're seeing, but your thoughts are interrupted as Skylar spits out a question, his top lip curled back. What are you doing here, vampire? Alexander's voice is so cold, you almost feel a chill as he replies. I could ask you the same question. Wolf. Interesting. Is there a chapter 2? There's a chapter 2. Alright, so without further ado, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, head down to the pinned comment down below. There's something that I would like you to check out there. There's also something that should be popping up here on your screen. Please make sure to preferably check out one or the other. Basically, this channel really needs your assistance to keep going. So, be greatly appreciated. If you're not able to assist in any monetary way, consider just sharing it, getting the word out, whatnot. Right? It'd be greatly appreciated, especially if you care about this channel and care about the work that I do. Otherwise, thanks again for watching. Also, let me know about my voice today. So I was trying some new things, new methods. Let me know. Honesty is appreciated. So let me know, was it good? Was it bad? The whole 9 yards. Be great. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.